Beth seems to follow this song around. What the hell? It's Jessica and welcome back to the letter. So we are going to continue on where we left off. Hopefully, the ghost girl won't show up, multiple times like in the last episode because that really freaked me out. But regardless, let's continue. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. None of the bustle matters to them as they step out into the crowded walkway, however. Ash especially. There's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. He's probably deciding how long before they made a decision to drop by. But despite this, Isabella lags behind. A worried creases in the back of her forehead as she watches Ash leave to get in his car.
Something wrong, Bella?
No, Actually, can you check on Becca for me after this?
Yeah.
I really didn't get the chance to tell her where I'm headed off to. Tell her I'm okay, and we're... No, just that. That's all.
Don't tell her we're gonna go look at the mansion and check out for ghosts and stuff.
You sure I should skip on that part? If she finds out about this, she'll be angry. I don't really want to deal with angry Rebecca. It gives me a stomachache just thinking about it.
Neither do I, but I'll handle it if she gets mad. Just make sure she's safe and tell her to be careful. You too. Take care of yourself.
Almost abruptly, she pauses, the gaze in her eyes hardening as she lapses into another one of those long-distance silences from earlier. This ain't just because of the whole fiasco with the letter anymore.
I don't want what happened to Rose to happen to you guys as well.
God, I hope it doesn't. I'm scared, I'm gonna kill someone. Because even Luke, I don't want to kill him either. I'm trying my best not to kill anyone, but I know it's gonna happen. This one cuts deeper. Before I can ask about it, Ashton returns, casually swinging his car keys on the one hand and gestures at Isabella.
Come on, we don't have much time. Shirley's waiting.
Who's Shirley?
Who's sure? Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it, you huge dork.
Says the person who gave her stuffed toys names.
Oh.
Fat cat? Really?
It's cute. Yours is just weird. I'll see you later, Zach.
She spares me another smile and I watch her walk off. Only now did it occur to me that none of those she gave earlier ever did reach her eyes. I make a grab for the back of Ash's parka. He stares briefly before connecting himself and shooting me a confused stare.
Is she alright?
What? Who's okay?
Isabella. She's been, I don't know, out of it today? Did something happen earlier?
The scowl on his face says it all.
She's actually been like that this morning. I'll ask, but...
Just do me a favor and watch over her. We have no idea what we're dealing with. I don't know what happened to her since the last time I saw her. But from how she's been doing today, whatever it is, seems like a pretty big deal. Wait, you didn't annoy her again, did you?
Just blame Ash.
Because I swear to God, if you did, you've got another thing coming for you.
What? No. Why would I?
I'm just asking. I'll take your word for it. But if you can find out what's bothering her, that'd be nice. Honestly, I don't think it's the letter this time.
I'll see what I can do.
Make sure you keep yourself out of harm's way, alright?
Yeah, you too. Don't do anything reckless again.
Reckless, no. But I can't make you to promise I won't do anything. After seeing that, there's no way in hell I'm going to pretend there ain't a problem when there is. This is a really big one. And I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
He's about to argue for a moment, but...
Look, bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, alright? Just this one time. If it doesn't work out, we'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
I'm still worried. I have no idea if it's the look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although, his mouth presses into a thin line and he nods.
Alright. Stay safe, Zach.
When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole, I like to think a tiny gleam in his eyes is the closest we can get to optimism in the situation. Whether that alone is enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. Sunday, October 30th. Oh god. Oh god, we're back in his room. Oh no. I'm really uncomfortable because she knows Zach has nightmares. And obviously she plays on that now because she entered his nightmare, so this is not good. Night falls, and despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. With her image still stuck in my head, flashing every few moments, it catches me off guard. Ma's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer a soft tune it once was. And the terrible gnawing in the pit of my stomach. It's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off for a little while. It is not as if there's a complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will. At 2:45 in the morning, I find myself cleaning my photography equipment for no other reason than just to pass the time. She's gonna end up being like on the ceiling or something, right? The way that this like CG is framed, she's just gonna be on the ceiling. Oh my god. Though if I'm gonna be honest, it's not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake, but the anxiety and the hope I'll hear from Ash or Isabella soon. And for what perhaps is the 42nd time, my eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone still lies. I've not heard from them since they left. They haven't promised a call, of course, but a small part of me wishes they would have had the common sense, at least. Waiting is a tough game. And with the concern stretching over the minutes far longer than usual, it's impossible for more unpleasant thoughts to not enter my mind. Moreover, it does not help when the clock finally strikes 3. No! 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 What did I say? Oh my god! Okay. If I remember from, like, urban legends and all these spooky things and like that, 3 a.m. is the time when, like, the spirits or demons come out. So that explains this. My hand stills. Be a complete and utter lie to say that my heart didn't leap straight into my throat in that brief second. My whole body has gone motionless, ears straining for any further sounds. A couple of 10-second passes. Oh my god! Nothing. Is that blood behind her? What is that? Or is it just like her shadow? I can't really tell right now. Course, with how old the building I'm staying is, power fluctuations aren't anything new. Every now and then this would happen, leaving a few tenants in a rather bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore after a few years of living here, but by the time the sudden hush brings with a stillness that raises the hair on the back of my neck, and that set my heart beating hard against my chest, something reeks in the air, and in an instant, this place is no longer home. This is why I said, you should at least stay with a friend, man. Safety in numbers! Why are you still here, Zach? It's a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lay down all my tools and begin gathering together the rest of my things scattering about on the table. Oh my god! The camera, body, lenses, filters, diffuser, phone, anything in my hand that could reach, but in the resulting panic, What? You what? You what? Like the nightmares, it is the scent that reaches me first, a foul, putrid smell, filling my lungs with the heavy stink of death. My finger clamps down on the camera tightly, holding it closer to my body as the tiny thing would provide enough protection to whatever it is with me in the room. It won't. I don't like this, but it's only a comfort I have. Hello? No, don't say hello! Why are you saying hello? Here's one of the rules that you should do when you're in a horror situation. Don't say hello to whatever it is trying to kill you. Okay? Because they're not going to say, hello, how are you doing? They're not going to do that. They're going to kill you.
I know you're in here. What do you want?
Oh, something moves behind me. A soft scuttling over the walls, followed by a squelch and painful creaking of what can only be rotten flesh and broken bones. Without hesitation, I whirl around, my fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another moment. Can we flash her? Like, if we take a camera flash, like the flash of the camera, will that, like, freak her out and make her go away?
Leave! Leave now! There's nothing here for you!
No, I can't! There's a brief moment of silence after, and for a short while, I think my pleas work. Then, with no warning, the shuffling resumes, and along with it, sobs of a woman. Oh, it skipped, quick time event. Sorry, I just can't do it because this is gonna freak me out too much. The light flashes fleeting one at a time, allowing me to glimpse at her grotesque, misshapen features, before once again lost in the darkness. Okay, so I guess he was taking the camera pictures with the quick time event, and then you could see her, like, standing there or something. I don't want to see that. All of a sudden, her tune changes, no longer a soft cry, but a high-pitched screech, brimming with pain, grief, and anger. Oh, is she gonna jump? Girl, don't jump at me, please. Every ounce of courage I muster flees from my body at the sound, and the next thing I know, my hand is gripping the knob, and I'm wrenching the door open. Her wails follow me, and I flee into the night. Oh my god. Pacing has always been more of Ashton's thing than mine. But when I want to think, I sit and let my minutes tick by until the idea comes to mind or my pulse settles down. And yeah, dry leaves and twigs crack under my shoes as I make another pass at them. It didn't go through? Terror's too mild to describe what this is. There's no way in hell I'm going back. Whatever she is, pleading won't work. The moment we saw the letter, she's been after us.
But I can't run. Not this time.
What do you mean? Nearly 2 hours have gone by since I left the comfort of my room for the solitude of the park. 2 excruciating hours since I started making calls. No one's answering. Not even Rebecca, who always keeps her phone line open in case other people need her. Or Isabella, who frequently checks hers for any messages or really responds as soon as she can afford. It does not help that Ashton hasn't said a word where he went off to as well.
Damn it! I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
Yeah, I know. Why didn't you say that? Like, hey, can you at least tell me where you're going in case the girl comes to kill me? Great. And then now we can't contact anybody. Do we have to go to Hannah? Knowing him, he can be anywhere, but there was really only one place he'll be likely be at this time. What? Yep, the Ermengarde Mansion. Okay, here we go. The sun has already peeked over the horizon when I make it to the mansion. I have no idea what I'm expecting to see when I got there. There's Ashton, first and foremost. Part of me wishes my assumptions are correct and he's really somewhere close by on a stakeout, but I've never been truly lucky and sort of when it comes to that kind of guessing. And after I've made a round of the immediate vicinity, I could find neither hide nor hair of him. Calling him does no good either, considering how awful the signal is here. He can't be too far if he's really here, but if he is, he would have noticed me by now. Instead, there's only silence, the kind too quiet to find any sort of comfort in. Even the trees seem to have fallen asleep, with the rest of the mansion, oblivious to what's happening around it. A small island of stillness is otherwise fast-paced world. No wonder the whole of Anselm feels at odd with the rest of Luxburn. While the city is alive, growing every minute, breathing every second, and pulsing with life, the village remains unmoving, unchanged. It's not surprising the legends still live to this day, and why she's still here, walking in its hallowed halls. And beyond me, the mansion looms ominously. But now ain't the time to fear. Even if Ashton's not here, I've still got to let the Wrights know what I've seen, what's in their home, and whatever grievance Ash may have with them doesn't matter. There might be grounds for imprisonment, but they don't deserve a brutal death at the hands of a malicious spirit, and I'm sure Isabella would want the same thing. I head straight for the door without a second thought. Takes a few rings and the sound of a loud above a foreboding stillness before I hear footsteps on the other side.
Only a Nazi would knock at such an ungodly...
Oh, he's gonna get pissed at us again because we're here in the morning.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
Before long, the door swings wide open with Mr. Luke Wright standing behind it. Seething with the complete understatement would describe him. Why does he have like a shadowy thing around him? What's going on? Like this, I got no doubt why Ashley would find him a suspect.
You again?
Yes.
It's bloody 6 in the morning.
Sorry!
What the hell is it now?
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't. Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep. Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
Do they have security? Before I can get a word in, he slams the door to my face and bolts it shut with much finality.
Wait, sir, you gotta hear me out. You're both in danger if you stay in there. Have you seen the news lately? Everything's not a coincidence.
Only silence answers me. Maybe if it was Miss Wright. Oh, who am I kidding? I've already seen the look on her face when I tried before. There are limits to how far a person will believe you. Then again, I didn't believe Isabella when she warned us. And now I'm here, desperately trying to save people, even if I'm aware it's completely out of my own capacity to do so. Is this what they call karma? If so, this one is a horrible way of turning things around. Oh, that's not... Well, I mean, it's not really his fault. Like, if we look at this, like, realistically, if someone came up to him and be like, hey, there's, like a ghost in your house and he's gonna kill everybody, obviously, your first instinct isn't to, like, exactly believe that, you know? So, it's a normal, like, reaction that Zach had when Isabella told them, right? Because he's not really a big believer in that kind of stuff. So it's not really his fault. Taking people's lives, playing with people's fears, making them feel useless.
You're around, ain't you? You here? Inside this house? Listening, watching, or whatever it is that you spirits do? What do you want?
Zach, don't anger them.
You're already dead! Leave
Dude,
us!
don't say that! Nothing. I don't even know who I'm talking to or if a sane person is supposed to be doing that. The only thing I got after is a feeling of foolishness washing over me. Or perhaps it's just me losing my mind. Out of all the other options or any other ideas, I let my hand slide off the door surface and fall listlessly to my sides. I can go back to Luxburn, try to find the others, try to get out of this mess with them, or let them know how much in deep shit we all are. Both sound good. Either way, my loitering here ain't helping at all. I let the quietness calm me for a few minutes before standing up and heading out to fetch my bike. It's quite a distance to Luxborn, but in a hurry I'll reach it maybe... The hell was that? The rustling stops as soon as I turn around to strain my ears for another moment around me.
Yo, Ash, you
No,
there?
oh no, no answer. If he is there, I just missed him earlier. Already, my feet are moving in search for him in the second time. It won't hurt to double check. Oh my god, what is it? Triple check even. With how big the property is, he can be anywhere. If things ain't so urgent, if they ain't so dire that lives are at stake, I probably have just to wait for him to show up again.
But damn it! He needs to realize what exactly it is he's dealing with.
That is not just a petty criminal he can just simply throw in jail. That is something beyond the authority of police badge could even get him. This guy needs to stop playing at the big damn hero. Sit down and chill. My breathing comes in short, shallow rasp at the time I make it back to where I started. There's still no sign of him, and I begin to think I'm just wasting time here. But that's when I hear it. I recognize the melody in a heartbeat. Ma's favorite song. I listen for a while, trying to gauge where exactly from the house it's coming from. My feet start to move before I can stop them. What? No, is this a trap? It's like a lure. And there, as I circle the corner, what? What? From the first room of the first floor. What is it? Oh my god. A single window is open, but I can't make out who's inside. However, I'm sure this thing comes from there. Still, why I'll hear the old tune out of all places I won't know. It's not an obscure song by all that means, but it's pretty rare to find someone who knows this, and for some reason, Beth seems to follow this song around. What the hell? Panic launches itself into the base of my throat at once. Whoever's humming might be, I don't want to be persistent now, but on the off chance that it's Miss Wright?
Shit.
I shouldn't just barge in there. I can put myself in danger before I save anyone. Ash will tell me the exact same words. Might even write me a discussion of why a bad idea if he ain't so lazy. But damn it, god damn it! Someone could be in danger! Oh no, don't make me pick this, because, okay. If it is, because remember, that's the same scream he heard in his dream. So it could be a warning from the girl that it actually is Hannah, she's actually in trouble. And, like, yes, we could go say where we just go enter the window and whatever, but I feel like if we enter it, wouldn't that be bad for, like, if it turns out to be nothing, wouldn't that be bad for Zach? Because it would be like you're breaking and entering and they could have him arrested and stuff. This could be also a trap from the ghost, right? Like, he embedded that thing in his dream and then try to, like, lure him into the house so that she can kill him. Oh god, I need to save. I need to save right now. I feel like we should keep looking for Ash. Not that I don't care about Hannah, I just feel like Johans and Luke, they're in the house so they could get to Hannah. But, like, if Zach goes in there, he might be, like, getting the worst end of the deal. That's what I think. Oh god. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. Half of it spent too much time around Ash. It's right, though, the reasonable part. If I do force my way in and find something unpleasant, how am I gonna fight back? With my camera? Yeah, that's true. Okay, the ghost kills Hannah. How are we gonna fight the ghost? Can we talk about that, too? What is he gonna do? No matter where you look at it, it's simply asking for a painful death.
I have a better chance if I find Ash. What is he snooping about?
Perhaps I should try the forest? No! Oh my god! Make a round farther into the gardens? Not a sound plan, but it's better than nothing. The woman's soft sobs have subsided now, by some means. It's almost inaudible, to the point where I'm wondering if it's truly what I heard. I didn't get to dwell much, though, because right at that moment my phone rings. The sharpest notes cut through, piercing the thick quietude. Oh my god, it's Ash! Oh, I clamped my hand over, pressing the button before the speakers are close to my ear.
Are you?
I only caught the trail end of the person's greeting on the other side, but I know the voice well enough.
What was that, Ash? Could you repeat that? Signal's shitty here.
I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
Good morning to you, too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you. I thought you'd be...
What mansion?
And he's not here. Great!
Do I really need to answer that?
Why are you even... No, wait. Just get your ass here at Isabella's place, and hurry.
I shift my gaze into the mansion, specifically at the window I heard the cries from. There's nothing of it now, not even echoes.
How urgent is this?
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here. Please, Zach.
That gives me a pause. It's a rare thing for him to take on that tone.
I'll be there in a few. An hour or two tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
I don't like that we could hear the girl at the beginning of the phone call. So was it a trap? I rush back to my bike as soon as the call ends. Without another look, I leave the mansion along with its haunting melodies and grim echoes behind. The more important things then are my own curiosity and impulses. Please tell me I did the right thing. Oh! We're at Marianne's chapter! Ooh, we're at Marianne's chapter. I feel like that was a trap, okay? Like, if we went to the window, I think the girl was there. If you could hear her in the phone call. So, she must have been there. Okay, if we look at the relationship status with Zach, it went up with Ashton because we picked him over going through the window and whatever. Okay, so looking at Marianne, she has a good relationship with Hannah, Luke, and Isabella. Before we start though, let's take a look at Marianne's profile. Okay, Marianne McCullough, she's 30 years old. She's an interior designer, former architect. Oh, okay. She's Irish, Roman Catholic, education, a Bachelor of Arts in Architecture. She likes chocolates, cats, classical arts, country music. Country music, that's surprising. Karaoke, board games, video games, anime, and other obscure pop culture items, yoga. Yo, she's a weeb! Okay. Left in the dumpster as a baby, she was found by a peddler and spent most of her childhood roaming the countryside in a beat-up van. Her father taught her how to read, write, and pray. Though the unconventional life it was all she knew. Child welfare and protection eventually caught on and required that she had a proper education. She was provided a scholarship to St. Samantha School for Young Ladies and was bullied for being a charity kid. Marianne only had one friend and was mostly focused on her studies. Intent on graduating and returning to her father, ashamed that he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's soon after. Her work as an architect in Ireland lasted until the Irish economic crisis. She moved to England and after some time, Luxembourg in search of a better career opportunities. Oh my god, she was like a dumpster baby? What the hell? Okay, 7:15 p.m. The numbers are so little to the top of the screen, and they glare at me with such intensity that I can hear their accusations. I'm late for another night out with the girls. Yes, but I have perfectly good excuse. Jeez. Considering I didn't follow the typical office hours, they really can't expect me to just be able to go at 5:30 on the dot. The client is, first and foremost, my priority. I have to sit tight when my personal assistant, Chris, tells me that I have a big one coming up and I shouldn't miss this one. He knows a lot more about who's who and what's what when it comes to these socialites, and I trust his judgment call. I don't have the time for rich people, their drama and politics. These sorta were born with the silver spoons in their mouths, and who were used to wagging their silver tongues about. I let him handle the negotiation with them for the most part. Why else would I have hired him? But he told me I received a message about an hour ago.
Now, if only he has the full shilling when it comes to the time.
Come on, I have a social life too, you know, to extent. Sort of. Pressing my hand against the table, I try to stave off of the oncoming headache when the notification for a new email pops up. All I'm expecting is a, hey, this looks like a great project I found, go send them a designer or something like that, really. That's how it often goes. Even with these rich jammy clients who's heard of me from their equally rich jammy friends, I can't expect them to hire me right off the bat, which is all well and good and reasonable. We figure out what they want, send them my portfolio, my drafts for a project, my rates, and hope for the best. This is a big client, Marianne. I'll be Bruthal for you. I forgot how you pronounce the cat's name, sorry. Okay, anyway. Just please take this one project, I promise. This person is huge in Luxembourg. Mr. Parker, this is a formal request to secure the service of Marianne McCullough, hereinafter called the designer. An authorization by Hannah Wright, hereinafter called the client, for interior design work at the Ermengarde Mansion, Luxembourg, address United Kingdom. The client hopes to have the designer here on the 21st of October, Friday, with the time pending. But as I open the mail and I see that I've been requested by the client specifically, well, I certainly didn't expect that, and it's pretty straightforward too. Anyone else would probably be excited. They would be working with the Hannah Wright. She's just one of those rich socialites that everybody loves to talk about, no matter how hard I try to tune out such nonsense. It would have been enough for me to reply in affirmation to Chris and Lee, but he has never pleaded for me to take a project before. We worked with big personalities in the past, celebrities, bankers, and even a few politicians. My PA has been indifferent about those. So the question bounces about my skull before I spy on one of the email attachments. The newspaper clipping of the Luxborn Daily Business News section, boasting the headlines, Wright Enterprise donates 2.5 million to refugee. Okay, the grand opening of a new Wright Hotel last Wednesday, our local billionaire couple, Luke and Hannah Wright, announced a donation of 2.5 million to help Luxburn refugees keep their service open. Unexpected but certain welcome. This follows only a month after the couple's previous donation with the same amount to Save the Children UK. One of the largest donations, this amount will help keep the safe house in Luxburn open for several years. With this money, refugees can keep helping women, children, and victims of domestic violence. Interesting. There are rumors as well as the charity talking with a couple looking into building a local center equivalent to the Gaia in the Athens location. These rumors have come to us due to the Enterprise's employee mentioning a Project EOS. It certainly caused quite a stir back then. Apparently they had invited businessmen and socialites everywhere, in the guise of it being some big business announcement.
2.5 mil and an expensive looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Not that I should be so callous. They're going to do a lot of good and help the community of people with all those pounds. I, of all people, shouldn't criticize such acts whether they are for show or not. At the very least, I know they'll be able to pay my rates. With the headline out of the way, however, I find myself staring at the picture that came along with the clipping. Because wow, here I am expecting a sour old woman in a blazer and a skirt, but the woman that was plastered on the front page looks like she belongs on front of a page of an entertainment section, or even, if I'm to be crass, as the pinup for a glamour, okay, I'll be real here, a men's magazine. Oh my god, she's like a Playboy bunny or something like that. Oh, she sure knows how to rock that dress. Marianne, you're so gay! Wait, her hair, her eyes, her lips, she can't be her. At the same time, she is her, only several years older. She looks like no. Come on, Mac. The world is full of pretty blondes. It's just a coincidence. With a shake of my head, I snap out of it and reach for my phone when it buzzes, nearly falling off my chair in the process. Who else would be other than the line, but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
That's what I say, yet I still don't move from my chair. Face flushed and heart racing. Can only stare until I can will myself to keep the reply, yes, I'm accepting the assignment. And it takes even more time for me just to close the image, shut down the computer, and leave. Even then, I have already burned its image into my head, no matter how much I wish it would just disappear. Makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. Makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. Her girlfriend? Okay, I'm just gonna take a guess. Like, she had a girlfriend who looked like Hannah or something. Or a friend. Somebody who was very close to her. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is just a hop, skip, and jump from here. The Galway Shawl, as it be called by those who frequent the place, it's only decent Irish pub in this country. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by the official name, the Crawl Bar. My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxborn. Well, this is not when I'm cooped up in my condo working away. It has good alcohol, good company, and thank God the St. Cecilia, good music. Crowd favorites like the Bothy Noise, the High Westland Men, and Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love singing. Anyone could just break out and drink into a drinking song, and those others in the pubs were just wonderful when they start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best way to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chorus, and as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight's karaoke night. Ah, she loves karaoke, right? So she's gonna be singing. What a better time than to try to sing all my worries away. That's what my intoxicated brain tells me.
The ghost of guilt and
oh my god!
Remembers who I am. And in the prison of my heart,
oh my god!
I was my only slave.
Marianne's voice is so good! I think I love her even more, oh my god! But drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of my home makes me think of her.
But in the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest reminder of her can cause me such grief.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Of course, that might just be the booze, and any other day I would have scolded myself for drinking so much.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell.
But I already have a client and we'll be having our first little meet and greet in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you. 'Cause people can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
I want at least to enjoy this night, get over the hangover tomorrow, and return to being a prim and proper professional after.
That song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her a hand, Galway shawl.
Considering the state I'm in, only one can excuse my smug grin and cheers and applause rise among the pub's patrons. Because possibly off-key public singing aside, I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, and that's a good reason as any to belt out in front of these strangers. With good drinks and good friends, there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight, and forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone! A round of applause!
Jesus Christ, all these girls are so pretty!
That was so good. You rock, Marianne. Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can hold a tune, Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh? Read 'em and wait, bitches.
Camilla's diamond engagement ring gleams as she holds it up for the rest of the world to see. She has reasons to be proud. 3 years of living together, and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am.
Yikes.
But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Of course, if something like Hannah's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Just like Cam had been there for me, acting more than just my yoga instructor, I can't be happier for a friend right now.
Cheers! Cheers.
Well, we both will be there for Cam, won't we? Haruna and I. Haruna, it's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's a nice person, even loaning me money to open a studio, and she didn't deserve what her husband pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and pigging out like she used to. I think we've all missed our Japanese firecracker. We met in yoga class, something I had joined to myself to keep in shape and, well, honestly, so that I could make good friends. So I could make friends when I moved to Lexborn. Clearly it worked like a charm. And it definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 dice with me for the first day. No, sir. Oh my god! Marianne's a nerd! I love these girls so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
Maybe it's because she doesn't want a man. She wants a woman. Just saying.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Oh, come on. That's a lame excuse and you know it. You need a man who'll take care of you and you need it now. Maybe some hunk who'll be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
It's not. I don't like when people say you need a man to take care of you. Like, you don't need anyone to take care of you, my dude.
I'm quite capable of taking
exactly.
care of myself. Who needs a Mr.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, look at me. I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
I mentioned druids and demons once, and they don't even know the rules or understand what the numbers mean. And I certainly am not the most sort of holy person. I'm a far cry from the miracle worker, and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right.
Exactly!
Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
That's not nice to do, okay? That's really not- I thought she was out. That's not nice to do, okay? Like, if you know or suspect someone is not straight, it's not nice to, like, out them like that. I don't care if you're friends, like, your best friends, your sisters, whatever. Don't do that to someone, because, like, there's a reason why they haven't come out, and they're not comfortable with it. Let them come out on their own time. Then you can start doing the teasing and whatever, because that's not nice.
That would explain some things. How do you know you don't have a ring anymore? Maybe you two can be together, and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone. What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
But the more I deny, the louder they tease until the other people in the bar starts to watch. It doesn't help at all when Haruna drapes an arm over my shoulder and leans in.
Will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
I don't like these friends! I know they're just kidding around, but this doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala notices my silence and Haruna sees the expression on my face, they stop. And when the awkward air settles over us, the rest of the pub goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. They probably won't even remember it when they wake up in the massive hangovers anyway.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
Just don't do that, okay? Especially if they're not out or they're still questioning or something. It's not nice to do, honestly. It's very humiliating. I raise a glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say more. We are all definitely far too drunk tonight. Eventually, the fun time ends, and it's a weekday after all. And with Haruna being a nurse, she still has to get ready for her next shift. Cam also has a loving fiance waiting for her at home, and didn't really have to make a fuss about having left some buns in the oven when they took off earlier. Really, I understand. I was the only one who insisted, who was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Moving to the bar, I sat alone at last. Alone with a stranger? Oh, it's Luke! I haven't seen him here before. Obviously not a regular. He hasn't said a word, he just sits there savoring his drink. With his whiskey served neat in one hand and a lighter in the other, it doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet. And maybe I should go before he does look my way. Because he was pretty and blonde, and those two things plus alcohol never did me any good. I thought too late. Judging by the way his face flushed and dazed look in his eyes, he's pissed drunk as I am. But whereas I feel like kneeling over, he looks like he's ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, he just has the air of one of those men who think they own the world.
Hello there, sexy.
Oh, God.
Please don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see.
Ew, I like his name's Whiskey, nice.
Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
But then again, I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach? I'm talking cocktails.
I know he's drunk, but this is so gross. Fat chance. But it doesn't matter, we both know how to play this game. And there are two different ways for the night to end. One thing or another is going to happen. The question is, what do I do?
Oh no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
He looks like he's about to say something witty retort, but stops himself and downs the rest of his whiskey. I order a mint julep. He gets another whiskey and we start the customary small talk. Of course, the saying, ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies goes without saying. Yes, nothing about each other, offering up falsehoods and establish a strenuous fake connection between two strangers at a pub, if only to pass the time. Whiskey, as I have come to call him, is supposedly 21 years old, single, takes care of his sick mother, and is a manager of some sort. What a complete fucking lie! Manager of what? I didn't care to listen to the details. Meanwhile, Mint, as he has called me, is a 29 and I'm... What did I say I was again? Oh, yes, I told him that I was a professional chocolate taster. Because, fuck it, if I'm going to tell a lie about what my job is, might as well make fun of it. It's pretty decent chat between the two pretty drunk strangers. And maybe it's just me, but we might as well fucking end up expending the tiniest amount of effort and pretending there is something meaningful in this meeting. Would have been nice, too, if it just left with that. But during the lull of the conversation, he brings it up.
You know, I've never been with a woman taller than me.
To think he might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will. Whiskey.
Good.
Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
St. Lucy was the most beautiful woman of her time. She had men come to her over the four corners of the world just to see her pure light and of her exquisite green eyes. If she was so lucky anyway.
No, enough of the history lesson. Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
She came here to get drunk, not to have sex with you, dude. Though not every suitor was gallant, and she was no fool, she had known that sooner or later she wouldn't be able to defend her chastity.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
She only had to take out a knife and gouge out her own eyes.
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Impressed with her devotion, God retorted her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. He has a particular sense of humor, hasn't he? Because that only meant suitors kept going after Lucy, and she kept her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
St. Lucy, Saint Lucy, help me. Help me turn away from sin. Help me with my own blindness.
My place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it ends up being too much
No,
for you.
don't do it!
And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream. You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
It sounds like she's planning to kill him.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my god. What's happening? Oh no! Okay guys, I'm gonna end the episode right there. I'm so sorry to cut it off, but Jesus, I hope they're not gonna have sex. That's what I'm scared of. Because later on, she's gonna be working for that. That's so awkward. Oh dear. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments what you think. We kind of concluded with Zach's chapter for now, at least. I still think I made the right choice. They're not going into the window because I think it would have ended badly for him. And as for Marianne, the demon or the ghost lady is probably gonna play off like whoever she is talking about, the girl with the blonde hair. Definitely gonna mess with her for that. Which I think sadly is gonna be on part with Hannah, right? Because she has a crush on Hannah because she looks like whoever she's talking about. Oh dear. Anyway, if you guys like this video, remember to leave a like, let me know in the comments what you think, and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you know when I upload the next episode of The Letter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Oh my god. Is Shauna furry?
Never dated an Asian guy. Oh, you're missing out. You know that famous saying, once you go Asian, you know it's amazing.
Develop another character. Video game deaths can be tragic. Here are 6 sad character deaths from video games. Roman, Grand Theft Auto 4.